Welcome to a tire driver review and installation of aftermarket running boards for 2024 Infiniti QX60 purchased from Amazon.com. After being quoted over $1,500 from the dealer, we were able to pick these up as an alternative option for $299 shipped. Link is in the description below if interested. The package comes in 2 boxes and consists of 2 running boards in one box, 6 mounting brackets, and installation bolts in the other. The bolts packaging includes 6 13mm bolts and washers, 6 15mm bolts and washers, and 6 15mm bolt anchors. Tools needed for this installation will be a ratchet wrench, a 15mm, 13mm, and 10mm socket extension, pick set, a Phillips head screwdriver, a diagonal cutter or heavy-duty scissors, and thread locker for the 13mm bolts. One tip I'd like to mention is you do have the option to use a power ratchet or a drill, but would highly recommend hand tightening when it comes to the 15mm bolts and anchors, as the anchor handle is very thin and is easily prone to bend or even tear off if too much force is applied. Now the first steps of installation is to raise your car. I highly recommend using ramps if possible so that you have maximum clearance and access to the bottom and side of the vehicle. Using jacks and jack stands may limit the space you have to work. Next, you will need to determine which holes will be needed to mount the brackets. The placement of each bracket from front, middle, and rear should be outlined in the manual provided in the package. Note the holes for the 13mm bolts should already be exposed and visible. The 15mm holes will be closed off with a plastic cap. To remove the plastic cap, you will need to pry it off using a pick. For the 13mm hole located in the middle section, you will need to cut an opening into the plastic cover of the undercarriage to gain access. You may also need to remove the 10mm screw that holds the cover for more flexibility to make the cut. I suggest cutting an area wide enough to clear the bracket contact points so that any future repairs that may require removing the undercarriage cover won't require the mounting bracket to be unbolted. For the 15mm bolt anchors, I first push in inside out to create spacing between the anchor and the handle. Then I correctly insert the anchor into the hole to secure it. One tip I'd like to make is to stretch out the square opening in the anchor handle so that there is no interference with the bolt accessing the anchor hole. This will help avoid the bolt getting stuck and spinning the anchor in place, possibly causing the handle to bend. Next, you will bolt on the brackets with 13mm bolts on the inner part and the 15mm bolts going on the outer part. And finally, you're ready to set and align the running board. Once in place, you will secure it with 2 screws on each bracket. Please note there is a weather strip attached to the running board that can be tucked behind the factory weather strip located at the bottom of the door area. And here's the final result. I have to say I'm very satisfied with the build, quality, and look of these boards. They are very solid and sturdy and had no issues holding up someone over 200 pounds. I find the boards blend in very well with the overall look of the car and would recommend them to anyone looking for an alternative option to factory running boards. Thank you for watching.